Did you know March the 28th in Orlando, Florida, we're going live teaching the independent living facility model. And I want you to visit ilfconsulting.org to get your tickets. Because if you love God, love nurses and LPN and Cs are finally catching on to that they can get involved in real estate while still being good at something that they're already good at, which is caring for people. So one more time, these are not group homes that we'll talk about today. They're not ALFs. They're not even the IDDs. All those have their place, but they all require a license and a bunch of red tape to get through. Our model still has the same structure, but in terms of you getting started, it skips all of that red tape. So again, that's why I always open up and say, if you love God, love people, and have been trying to get into real estate, independent living facilities is something you need to seriously consider. Welcome, everybody. My name is Derek Forston. I'm your new big brother. This beautiful lady is my wife, and she gonna introduce herself in just a second. But as we're getting started, everybody go ahead and put in the chat, where are you guys located, city and state? I want to welcome everybody. There's a lot of people joining us from other forums, TikTok, Chatter, Instagram. Now y'all can stay there, but I love it when everybody come to YouTube because we can all learn and go together, and I can see y'all questions, right? And then I'm going to be showing certain pictures and PowerPoints that I just don't know how to show anywhere else because I'm not that techie. So one more time, I'm your new big brother. My name is Derek Forston. Welcome if you've always been trying to get into real estate and you ready to walk off your job this year in 2026. Beautiful, who are you?
Hey, everybody. I'm Shanya Shea Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that does exactly what this gentleman over here does, and that is the ILF model. That is done under that 501c3. It has helped us establish amazing relationships in our community and help take people from homeless to hopeful as a nonprofit, giving us a steady stream of revenue to help do other programs that we offer here in the Orlando area. So today I'm excited to be here, looking forward to next week, Saturday. So next week we will not be live because we will be at the ILF Anywhere event here in Orlando. Super excited about that. The VIP tickets, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How many do we have left?
I think it's 3. So
like literally
3 of those left. And remember, we're only taking 10 people for the VIP. And if I just tell a secret, like that's kind of who this event is for, right? So even though we do have 2 ticket levels, that VIP is the people that say, Dirk, not only do I want to learn it, Dirk, I want to come and see it. So really quickly, if you guys go to ilfconsulting.org, because we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the event today. Notice the title, March 28th, Orlando, Florida.
Correct.
So if you're wondering what that meant, Shay and I have this thing called the ILF Anywhere Tour. You know how rappers go on tour? Like 3 of y'all name y'all favorite singer, gospel artist, or rapper in the chat right now. Everybody just put their favorite artist, singer, Qatar, you over there in South Carolina. Maybe you like that my boy the guy that opened the big church over there, the guy that sings. She can put it in the chat. Anyway, that's what we do. But I don't rap and I don't sing. Now I love to sing, but y'all, it's pretty terrible. Now Shay is a songbird. She got music on iTunes and she on the praise team, all of that stuff, right? But I just like to make a joyful noise. And anyway,
it's joyful sometimes.
We go on an ILF tour, city to city, state to state, and just so happens I'm doing this one in my hometown. And I like the small groups. I don't want 50, 60, 80 people in the room.
Right.
So we're only taking 30 people, right? And then we're only taking 10 people for the VIP. The VIP ticket is only $297, and the regular ticket is only $197. Guys, that normally would cost thousands of dollars for me to do this. But I wanted to make this year, again, so affordable for everybody. And again, that VIP ticket, guys, are only $297. That's crazy. And there's only 3 left. And I'll only extend it to 4 if that 3rd person that gets it has a spouse. Because remember, tickets are individual. So even if you bring your boo thing, y'all both need a ticket. So the fact that there's 3, unless 3 individual people get it, I will extend that shade to that 4th person, because if it's 2 married couples, I don't want them to leave the husband at home. Right?
Absolutely.
So one more time, ilfconsulting.org, Orlando, Florida, March the 28th. It's a live event. The first part of it, we're going to learn and grow together. I'm going to answer every question you have. In fact, if you bought your ticket already, if I were you, I would have a notebook already with 50 questions on it before you even show up. I want to make sure Derek answer this, because Derek said when I come to this event, it ain't like YouTube. He gonna go deeper, and I can ask anything because I understand on YouTube, Derek can't talk about just everything.
Correct.
Because I got a certain amount of time, but nobody leaves my event doing this, scratching your head. That's a negative because I'm your big brother now. So the whole purpose of you coming is for you to get the sauce, the verbiage, the language, and I'll admit that's one of the things I'm real excited about is me giving y'all the verbiage and the language of how we talk to the property owner, how we talk to the case manager, the social worker, because all of those are different, Shay.
And how we connect with other organizations, right? Because a lot of people only talk about the hospitals and stuff like that, but they don't delve deeper, or they don't dive deeper into the other areas that you can go with this, right? There are so many sub markets, that you can pull your referral base
and
from.
Most of them won't find out about it, Shay, until they get into business.
And it's so funny. You know what we have to mention when we go? Because where we're hosting this event, we always talk about we always talk about the HRA, Housing Referral Agency. Derek, we share an office with a person that's been in Housing Referral Agency for many, many, many years, and she's located in that building where we are hosting this event. So we share an office building with this young lady, this lady, and she's been doing this for many, 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 many years. So you don't want to miss out on the ILF Anywhere event, especially if you are close to Orlando, Florida, or can get to Orlando, Florida. Go ahead and do so. We'll just take up your Saturday. You can do whatever you want. Come early, hang out. Go to the parks. The weather will be in the 80s. It may not start off that way, but
Orlando, Florida, y'all make a vacation of it. So
go to the
beach,
do something.
We tell people when we do events in our hometown, don't just come and learn and just because that's great and that's the main objective. But if I can give you two more goals under that, one of them would be let's come and enjoy yourself. Most of y'all work real hard. Why not come here and kick your feet up, right? Enjoy one of the parks, right? And relax yourself a little bit too. So turn it into a little bit of a vacation.
Exactly.
Like Shay said, it's gonna be in the 80s. Some of you guys are in places right now today where it's still freezing cold.
And I don't
Why not come and jump in the pool?
And I don't mean like I don't even mean like 81, 82. Like we're looking 86, 87, 84-ish. So come on and enjoy yourself.
How many of y'all right now can't even imagine jumping into the pool March 28th of where you live at? Type the word no in the chat. Because of where you live in, it's still cold. Guys, we're in Orlando, Florida. So as I talked about, that regular ticket, guys, is $197. We're going to learn and grow together, and no question in your brain will go unanswered. I'm even going to teach you stuff that you ain't thought to ask me because you don't know what you don't know. So what's cool about my last live event in Jacksonville, normally, guys, I come with my own PowerPoint. But I say, guys, I tell y'all what, this is the lunch and learn. We laid back. Come in your jeans and your T-shirt. Don't come in your three-piece suit.
Correct.
Don't come in your nightgown. Shay and I was invited to something later on in the future that we got to dress real nice. I got to wear a tux, not a suit.
Completely
formal. I'm asking you to come to this. we gonna learn and grow together, y'all. Right? But the people that get that VIP ticket, and there's only 3 left. When we done, you come into the ILF. We're gonna give you the address, and it's only about 18 minutes away. So I made it to a close one. And this is where Shay really takes over. Because y'all know I got a big mouth and I talk a lot. And I teach and pour into y'all. But when we get to that house, Shay gonna show you how she run that place. Because that ain't my ILF. Shay and I do kind of run ours a little bit different. In terms of expectation. Shay house women, I don't. Shay got certain door locks, I don't. Shay got certain rules about her kitchen, I don't. So we want to show you guys also what it looks Shay on her ILF. I don't. Does that make sense, everybody? So the people that come to the VIP, you're going to have different questions because once you see it, you're going to say, ooh, he said nothing about this at the class, but now that I'm here, I'm going to ask him, Derek, why did you put this here? Why Shay got this monitor on the top of her thing and her?
Don't talk about everything now.
Like,
let us get there. Let us get there.
I'm going to say, no. Well, why did Shay? So she gonna break all of that down.
Yeah.
Shay's also gonna talk about the difference between owning and renting.
Correct.
I read all of mine. And hopefully, I ain't gonna hold Shay to it, y'all, and don't tell Shay I said this, but I hope she actually put on screen what that house looked like before she bought it. It was a piece of junk. But that's how we teach y'all to buy real estate. Buy something that's a piece of junk, force equity into it through rehab, go back to the bank and say, hey, bank, look what I did.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, wow, Shay, you took this house from a this to a this. Here go all your money back, Shay, in a cash out refinance. So I want Shay to show y'all on camera and put it on a slow picture roll to where she show you the ugly part of it, but what y'all will walk through when you come to it.
Yeah.
Most of y'all won't even believe you walking in the same house.
I'll be honest and tell you this, right? That project was so meaningful, and we've done construction projects, we've done rehabs and renovations.
Oh, Shay, my battery about to die.
So just plug it in. You plugged in, but you're not plugged in. I don't think
it's here, actually. Is it?
Yeah, okay. It's in the side of your computer. So yeah, we've got renovations and rehabs that we've done before. And this one was just so much more meaningful because of I knew what it was going to do for my residents, right? So I've told you all this before. I had 2 properties that I was able to consolidate into one. So I did lose a room because of that. So, but it was still better. The space, the privacy, all of that stuff made more sense for my ladies. So the ladies that I had in those rentals, I moved over into this house, and you should have seen their expressions, their, the way they were in awe of being able to be relocated from where they were to where they were going. And it was amazing. So I think we took a lot more pride in it, because we take pride in every ILF that we own, that we operate. But I think it was super cool to see them see the process. Like some of the ladies that go to church with us, I would drive and let them see the construction project. So when it was under construction, when we were doing all of the renovations, 3 of the ladies got to see it on a regular basis, to see, where it was going and how it was going, and they kind of got first dibs on their room and stuff like that. And that was my gift to them for wanting to go to church on a regular basis. So I allowed them those opportunities. So when they went back, they were like, oh, we went to church today. Miss Shay took us to lunch. And not only did we do that, we went and saw the surprise that y'all don't know about, right? So they had like a little hidden gem, and it caused them to everybody else wanted to know what was going on after church, right? So it gave incentive to other individuals to want to come to church. So it made it fun. But again, it was just a beautiful opportunity to let them see what goes into us providing them housing. So I think that was a blessing, to be able to let them go on the journey as well. So they got to see the work that we put in behind the scenes that they never saw before, right? Because when they came to us, everything was already established. So now being able to say, hey, this is what goes into setting up a house. This is what goes into making sure that it's suitable for you all. This is why we're doing this, to avoid danger from you all falling into the pool. Like that was, gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. So that was a part of all of that stuff and of the whole process. And it was beautiful to see. So I'm excited for you all to walk in it. They've been there for, May will make 2 years, right? Dang, has it been 2 years already?
In that property? Wait, no, it's been longer than 2, right?
No. May will be 2 years that they've moved in.
Right, gotcha.
So you'll get to see, like, what does 2 years of a lived-in ILF looks like that literally was just renovated, right? That has been completely renovated. And I think that'll be cool for you all to understand and see as well, because you're going to be shocked at what it looked like in picture to what it looks like today.
Definitely, let's make sure that we're.
So yeah, I'll make sure I get that set up.
Because it's hard to appreciate it if you don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it was colorful.
Like the roof was caving in, y'all, like literally, right? So you could see up and see the sky.
It was the opposite of caving in. It was just exposed.
And also, just for an extra gem, I'll just drop it now. So for you people that are getting really good at this and you graduate from the rental space, Miss Chambers, you want to start looking into buying a property, right? So
Correct.
she cannot do something that's called a DSCR loan. She and I are asset-based lenders. Meaning I don't care about your job. I don't care about your tax returns. I don't care if you quit your job yesterday or if you just started a job 3 weeks ago. DSCR lending cares more about the property versus your makeup. So one more time, DSCR stands for debt service coverage ratio. So as long as the amount of money that's being made on that real estate property is more than what it costs me, mortgage, insurance, all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's called a DSCR loan, and you qualify. And all you need is 20% down.
Yeah.
So if that house is 50 grand, you need 20% down. If that house is 350 grand, you need 20% down.
And some of our lenders didn't some of
right? So that's what that means, guys. When you hear somebody say a DSCR loan or rehab loan, because we also do that, fix and flip, 30-year mortgage on rental, property loans. Shay and I do all of that. We don't talk a lot about it, but guess who was the lender for her property she bought?
He was, yeah.
And I charged her a good penny too on the points.
It's just okay.
Saying. And I'll teach y'all that. Like, y'all want to be a lender?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So go for it. Let's talk about it.
One more time, and we'll change subjects. Orlando, Florida, the 28th of this month, and we're in March, in case you lost count, 11 a.m. We plan to open the doors at 10:30, so you can grab your coffee and all that stuff and have a seat, mingle amongst each other. Right. And then at some point, we're going to feed you. Right. We're going to hand you a sandwich or something. Right. We're going to make sure you ain't hungry. The people that get the 197 general ticket, we're going to learn and grow together.
Correct.
Answer every question in your brain so that when you leave, you and your family got the steps to move forward. Now, my advice is you still get the one-on-one coaching eventually. But at this event, especially if you're somebody that can move at the speed of instruction and you don't need me to hold your hand, I got a lot of people like that. Jermaine Mills, I pick on him all the time. But Jermaine is one of them kind of people that said, Derek, bro, you don't have to hold my hand. I get it.
Yep.
You coach me 7 days a week for free on YouTube. And I can move at the speed of instruction, Derek, just by what you telling me. Just
correct.
Now, if you ain't like that, you need to upgrade. Because here's the cheat code and the secret. I'm not like that, y'all. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead, as I jokingly say. I don't get
a lot of
right away. I don't get things like the first time you say, I want you to hold my hand. But one thing about me, y'all, once I got it, I'm like a bulldog. You can't take it from me now because I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like that. But I do need the regurgitation of it. Can you say that again and again? Can you hold my hand and tell me again? Oh, that's what you meant? Got it. So if you somebody like that, you get that one-on-one coaching or our group coaching. Because the group coaching, I'm in your face every 14 days.
Correct.
We learn together. But back to this event. 197, it's a one-day event. But the 297, even when you leave the event, once you see it, you're going to come up with 35 more questions that you never thought of because you're going to be in the environment around her tenants.
I think that's what makes it make sense when you realize, because
every time for people.
Like, people don't realize what the population we serve looks like in their own what you want to call it, in their own surroundings. People get very intimidated by the diagnosis that they don't have the time, or they don't take the time to get to know the person. So a person ends up becoming their diagnosis and not who they truly are. So they're looked at as their diagnosis. You get what I'm saying? And they're not seen as an actual individual. But when you see the people that we serve, I'm going to let them share with you their diagnoses. Because this house, and this is why we use this house, not only because we own it, but this is where the residents that are there are the residents that are at that point of being with me for a very long time. And they want to share their story. Now, they want to share their story. Like, there's probably going to be a story that you learn at this event that is taking place right now. Like, literally, if you follow me on TikTok at the Angela Denise Foundation, you would see where I've been for the past couple of days and where I will continually be shooting content, because she's wanting to take you all on this journey as well. So this isn't something that I'm just like, oh, I'm going to put a camera in this individual's face because they're going through something. No, she's like, let's show them what you do for me. And I'm like, you sure you want to do that? She's like, yes. I want people to know that you don't just house me, you're there for me. And so if you're not following me at the Angela Denise Foundation, go ahead and find it on TikTok, Angela Denise Foundation. And follow me as well on my personal page, Shanyasha. That's SHONYASHA. Follow me there. I do more stuff, related to our Married to the Mission and just stuff that I'm doing, like from the Digital Flow Solutions perspective and all of that on my personal page. But for the Angela Denise Foundation, you'll see a lot of what goes on at the ILFs. And how, we just navigate life with our residents. But for the most part, Derek, people don't realize the way these individuals live, the way they connect. Like post this, Derek and I are actually going to my lady's house because we have to have a house meeting because of something. And we'll talk about that at the event so that you all have an understanding of how we navigate situations. And it's not a house meeting because I'm going to lay down the law.
Not like I did the other day. Different.
No, this is a completely different type of meeting because
I laid the law down the other day, y'all, at my place.
This is not that. This is to go be more supportive, to give instruction, and to help them now navigate what is going to be a short-term new normal in the household because of a situation with a resident. So we're trying to teach them how this all happens, and because they're so close knit, I'm going to go in person and have this meeting with all of the ladies so that they have time to kind of walk through their emotions. They're going to have time to kind of share their concerns or their discomforts or they're upset, whatever. I'm going to let them go through the process, right? Because it's them learning something about one of their roommates that they love. So that's what this meeting is about. But these are some of the things that you would learn, that you do, that you implement so that you can create cohesion or maintain cohesion in your ILF. And like I said, you'll hear a lot of this stuff when we meet next Saturday, because I'm sure, you'll get to hear a lot of this when we meet on Saturday. And it's just really going to be a tremendous time. And we're going to do some amazing stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we're going to get to see you grow and start your independent living facility as soon as you leave, if you haven't already started.
So again, visit ilfconsulting.org, or you also can text the word learn to LEARN to the phone number 407-326-0086. Does that make sense, everybody? Mm-hmm. So really quickly, we're going to take a really quick commercial break. Actually, I'm not, because I think I'm not even on the right screen now, so I better not hit any of that stuff. So, Shay, Shay, can you help me out? Put me back. Oh, I think you have your own thing, right? Or put me back on where we're supposed to be here.
Give me a second.
Also, if you happen to be new to us today, go ahead and put in the chat the word new and let me know where you're from, city and state. Type in the word new. If you just discovered us in the last 7 days or so, type in the word new. And then again, if you're on any other channel, come to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, come on over. So let's go. You gonna take a commercial break, or we gonna have more conversation and
we're gonna take a really quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info. That's MOREINFO to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. Class on the
Welcome back, guys.
Hey, we are back, guys.
Welcome back.
Thank y'all so much. You got a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and I appreciate that. So let me check the chat. Let me see if anybody.
Oh, nice. Miss Selena Charles is
Charles
new.
Family. Yep. So we got somebody from Sarasota. We're in Orlando.
I'm sorry,
so
I think I said
far from us at all. Let us know in the chat. How did you find out about us? Was it Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube?
So
tell us how you found us. And as y'all can see, we're very laid back today. I have no topic today. So what I want to do, actually, I do want to open it up for a few questions, right? Because this will be one of those rooms where I won't be here long today, right?
Right.
Shay and I got some stuff to do. But to make sure that we're always consistent, I just want to make sure that we came. Mm-hmm. But for anybody new like Miss Charles or Mr. Charles, I'm not sure. So I'll say the Charles family, You guys may have a question, especially if you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, if you're in healthcare, if you're already in a road where you care for people, but you just want to add real estate to it, right?
Yeah.
We also got a web class coming up April the 7th. We haven't been talking about that much, but if you're not going to come see me in person and you are in healthcare, because one of the caveats for this class, this is the first time I've ever done this ever in life, you must be in healthcare to join this class.
Correct. Yeah.
So the one that's on April the 7th, that's online, you must be a nurse, LPN, CNA, somewhere in healthcare,
somewhere
in the industry. Because even for the sign up, they're gonna ask for your
work
ID at your
ID.
job or something,
Yeah.
something to prove that you're in healthcare. Because I specifically want to teach them, right? I coach it to the world 99% of the time. This is that 1% that I only want healthcare providers in that class. And
Correct.
here it is. I'll say this one time today. Text the word class if you're a nurse or in the healthcare industry. You would text the word class to 407-326-0086. Jennifer, if you can put that in the chat one time today, because I still want to keep the focus on March 28th.
Correct.
But I know it's people that won't come. And some of them are nurses, and I want them to come to this web class because it's free. It's no charge. And I want to pour into the healthcare industry for people that are tired, frustrated. Right, I read the post other. She said, "Derek, my back hurting. I want in." So your back hurting.
No,
and you working in a place where you're not appreciated. I want to show you how to do something that you're already good at, but turn it into real estate. And shared housing. Because if you super new to me, like the Charles family, I'm going to show you guys how to take a 4-bed, 2-bath home and put 8 people in it that otherwise would be homeless on the street. You now are the answer to the affordable housing problem in your city. She said, I found you.
I think it's on YouTube. Yeah.
God sent this program just for absolutely.
I think she found us on YouTube.
Most people that find us is you've been praying for this, and we pray for good people to teach it to.
Miss Charles said, my back hurts.
Exactly. Miss Charles, are you a nurse or you just happen to love God, love people, and trying to get into real estate?
I love it.
Let me know if you're in that, because in fact, put a 7 in the chat if you just simply, again, love God, love people, and you've been trying to get into real estate.
Yeah.
We show you how to mesh it all together. So one more time, I want to take some questions today, because I'll admit I don't have a topic today. I only came to talk about my event because the VIP tickets are almost gone. She said she's a nurse. Perfect. So you somebody I want to come to both, actually. What city and state you in, sis?
She's in she's Florida. Sarasota. Right. Sarasota, sis, Florida.
You should come March 28th.
Come on up. Come hang out with us for the day. You should also
sign up for the free class April the 7th just by texting the word class to the phone number that you see scrolling below on that screen. Because my team real good at that. It's the number and the prompt. You should come to both, right? Yeah. So let's put some questions in the chat, guys, because I don't want to bring up nothing of my own right now. Nothing. So if y'all don't ask no questions, I'm actually leaving. Shay, I can see want me to say something, but I'm actually not. I want to see some questions. Oh, and I got some announcements. So if I don't see a question yet, I want to make my announcements.
Make your announcements then.
She said, yes, I will. So definitely go to iloveconsulting.org. I'm your new big brother, and that's your sister now.
Hello, sis.
I'm for profit. She's non-profit.
I am.
And I'd have made every mistake in this you can imagine. Lawsuits, the Channel 8 news in the wrong way. Guys, you ever heard that scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that readeth it can run? Guess what that means to me, Miss Charles? Derek, I'm going to send you through a bunch of bumps and bruises. Derek, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Derek, you're going to embarrass your family. Derek, you're going to make the Channel 8 news in the wrong way. Derek, you're going to go through lawsuits with an S on it. Am I lying, Shay? But Derek, no. When you and I get it right, and that's God talking, and that lawyer charge you a bunch of money to build your paperwork, Derek, you're going to give it to the people. So I come here 7 days a week and teach this for free, y'all. 7 p.m. Eastern every day other than Saturday, 10 a.m. And then the live event that's in March 28th, got something hard to miss. And then we got a web class that's free April the 7th if you're in the healthcare industry. Correct. Shay, on you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just looking at the chat. So Antonia, go ahead and put that question in the private, in the collective group, and I'll record a video for your answer.
Antonia,
in the collective. So your deep questions like that, put them in the collective.
Miss Chambers, hold your hand out like this in front of everybody, because she my sister, y'all. She's family to us.
Yeah, put them in that chat.
Hold your hand out, sis.
He gonna spank you. He's gonna spank you.
Type of question like you did in the what I call the Wild Wild West. That ILF Academy free group I got is great. But when you are tied to me, you in my coaching. She's got my one-on-one, excuse me, y'all. She's got my group coaching. She sees me every 14 days. Do not ask a question like that in a group with 25,000 people and everybody got an opinion. You tied to us.
Yeah.
Don't ask them that, because everybody got their own opinion of how it should be done. And I don't want you to make a mistake.
Correct.
Right? So I think I answered it in there, but Shay will go even deeper and we'll talk about that the next group meeting. Right? And my suggestion for you, sis, you need one-on-one coaching. Right? Because you moving so fast, which is a good thing. You don't need me every 14 days. You need me every day, Monday through Friday, if you got something like that. Because with the one-on-one coaching, you wouldn't even post that. You would call me.
Yeah.
Make sense? So she's in my collective, y'all. And I called this out about her the first day she joined. I said, Shay, this lady get it. She moves at the speed of instruction. She don't ask no questions in terms of making excuses.
Right.
Or Derek, why I gotta go on camera? Derek, why you want me to go to the bank and say that? I gave this woman one play. She went to the bank and got $45,000.
Yes.
She moved, and everybody in the group got the information.
Yeah.
But if you move at the speed of instruction, look what happens to you. So Miss Chambers, I'm telling you right now, you and your husband, you guys need the one-on-one coaching.
And she actually posted that
right
in the group.
So you don't like, you moving so fast, you can't wait for me every 14 days.
No.
Even though in your portal, all the coaching is still in there, you need to be able to say, hey, Derek, I'm about to, what you think? Hey, Derek, this happened, what's up? Because you just put in the chat, you got a house already, I think, and a tenant already. So you somebody that would need the one-on-one coaching. Shay and I should be in your back pocket, so to speak. That's the language that we use when we're super tied to you. The group coaching is wonderful, and you admitted it. That's why you got it. But they get me every 14 days. You moving so fast. You need the one-on-one coaching.
Absolutely.
You need everyday access. Okay? And that's a good thing. That part ain't a slap on the wrist. But you asking that question in that big old group, because everybody got an opinion, sis. Okay.
Yeah. So those questions bring to the collective chat.
The next thing, Shay, right before we go to the chat, I want to make this last announcement from my notes. Is the Jackson family here today? I want to shout out Larry and Jocelyn Jackson. I will move another step if they're here, because I also want this to be an encouragement. And whether they're here or not, I'm going to spill it because we family. If you under my coaching, we family, y'all. I can tell y'all business, meaning if it's good stuff. I tell none of your vulnerable stuff, but if it's good, we're going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give them 8 seconds to respond. If they don't, I'm going to spill it. Larry and Jocelyn Jackson from Crown Path Solutions, are you here? CPS, are you here? You got 5 seconds, 4 seconds. I
got to go.
Okay. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here I go. Shay's about to take an ILF call, looks like. Watch this, y'all. I want to give a big shout out to Larry and Jocelyn Jackson from Crown Path. And even though they're not here, when y'all hear this, if you ain't no hater, can you put congratulations to them in the chat? Watch this, because when you celebrate other people before it's your time, God honors that. So I always believe in celebrating other people before you get your spin at the wheel. Make sense, y'all? Big shout out one more time. I spoke to them less than, I'll say, 8 days ago. And that's probably being too generous. Probably was shorter. When I spoke to them 8 days ago, they had no house, no clients. But they've been under my coaching a little while now. Let me check the chat again. Let me see if he's here. I wish he was here because I put him on stage. Anyway, no house, no people. But to my knowledge, he's been following instruction. He's been doing his thing. We had a coaching call yesterday that lasted 2 hours. And guess what? The first thing he told me when he came on. And y'all, he said it so gentle and so regular. I say, wait a minute, bro. What did you just say? He said, hey, Mr. Derek, I said, bro, first of all, I'm your brother. You don't got to call me Mr. Derek, right? He said, but that's just how he do. Hey, Mr. Derek, I just want to let you know, I want to do a recap first of what's going on, and then we can jump into the coaching because I got some questions. I say, shoot, because that's how I like it anyway. Like, update me. Even though we talked 5 days ago, 2 days ago, or 8 months ago, you update me, and then we go into the coaching because I now know where to lead you. Mr. Larry Jackson said, Derek, we have 2 houses. We have 5 clients between the 2. And Derek, the calls are coming in crazy because of the one move you told me. And Derek, you've been saying it, but I kind of 10x'd it. I said, wait, and he just kept talking. And he said it so regular. I said, wait a minute, bro. When we spoke just less than 5 to 8 days ago, you had no people, no clients, no house. Did you just say you got 2 houses with 5 people? He said, yep, Derek, I do. He said, Derek, you told me when we get to 3 to 4 people, I should be looking and getting my next property. Derek, the first 4 people came so fast, and I was already in conversation with the guy about the other house because he said, Derek, remember, you told me don't get 2 houses at once. He said, I listened to that. He said, but Derek, when I got them first 4 people so fast, he was like, this was a no-brainer, and you already told me how to navigate it. Mr. Jackson, so this is where you put congrats in if you ain't did it yet. This guy in less than 7 days of talking to him got 2 houses and 5 people. I tell all of y'all first 3 to 4 people gonna pay all your bills in that house, mostly from where you live at. Whether you live in New York, New Jersey, California, Seattle, Washington, that may be a little expensive. But everywhere else in the world, your first 3 to 4 people should pay all your bills, according to my coaching. Because if it's not, you charging the wrong price or your property too expensive. So one more time, congratulations to the Jackson family. In less than 5 days of talking to me, 2 houses, 5 clients. I said, now, big bro, now you know I'm happy for you, but as your big brother, I got to ask this question because sometimes we give people grace. I said, did they all pay rent? Did they all have it the day they moved? He said, Derek, not only did they have it, like you taught me, they had the move-in fee too. Ooh. Can you put congratulations in the chat if that makes sense to you? So like I tell most of y'all, sometimes it don't happen right away. Most of y'all think you moving too slow in the coaching, but most of the time you right on time.
Yeah.
And I tell most of y'all, one day, I don't know why it's like this, but one day when you feel it ain't working, the phone's going to go crazy. He said, Derek, I was doing the same stuff. He said, but Derek, I did 10x that one thing you told me on that last call because you got on me pretty good, Derek.
So you've had some heated fellowship?
Not heated, but because you always follow instruction. But if I think your potential is more than what you're doing, you're going to hear it. Because I'm your brother. If I just say, yeah, Miss Chambers, you doing, that's good. But if I felt like you could have went where and got 40 grand from the bank and you only got 5 grand, I'm gonna say, sis, now you're supposed to did this, and why you didn't do that, and why you only did this one instead of the other 2.
Okay.
But when you follow the instruction, I'll admit, Shay,
so just more corrective action. So yes. More corrective
and saying 10x it, because if you only went to 3 places this week, why we didn't go to 6?
Gotcha.
He said, Derek, everything you said, I just did it. I didn't question it. I didn't try to think with my own mind, because that's why I paid you. That was the best phrase he ever made.
Wow, that's good.
Believe it or not, I coach some people that question me, Shay. Why would you pay us and question it when we're already in it and doing it?
Oh, I listened to one of your calls.
So
he's okay. So let me just say this.
Again, I got patience of a saint.
Right. And I was just getting ready to say that. So you took the words right out of my mouth. So I'm going to be very honest. If I am your primary consultant, you're going to probably beg for Derek because my patience don't run that deep. I'm gonna be honest. I'm that person. I'm gonna tell you 3 times. The 4th time is gonna be very strong. And it's not for forgiveness, right? It's because to me, you're not listening, or you're not retaining, or you just don't want to implement. So I'm that person that's a little different from Derek. Derek can, like, I'll be eavesdropping or in the room when he's consulting somebody, and I'm just going in the back.
Walk out. It's like,
because I'm like, how can you be so patient when this is just so annoying? certain things are annoying to me because if we're giving you the time, no, because we keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring, but we can't get you past go. And it's not that you cannot go past go. You keep refuting, or you keep trying to, if we're telling you don't ask for permission, stop asking for permission. Because every time you go,
stop going to talk to these set of people, right, he go talk to those set of people
every time. And we're like, they don't understand. So if you keep doing it, like I literally played a phone call of a young lady that said she went and talked to those people, and those people, she got the right person. And they say, nah, ma'am, you don't need us. You don't need us. Go do you.
You're talking to the wrong people. Like, what we say, duh.
What people don't realize is no matter, like, let's say code enforcement, all of these different agencies, they're still employees. And 9 times out of 10, you have more bad employees than you do good. And most bad employees are going to tell you whatever they want to tell you to kind of divert their workload, right? So they're going to say, oh, no, you need to do X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 because now it don't fall on them. You've just gotten the Heisman, kind of, I was right with that one. You got the Heisman. And y'all, I don't know nothing about football. So that was just me. I don't know where that came from.
Good job,
but anyway.
I'm proud of you, babe. Good job.
So
2 points. Whatever you want today, I got you. 2 points.
So yeah, it's a Heisman type of act, right? So a lot of people don't realize that people will give you a bunch of information to send you down a rabbit hole. So because if they think it will affect the workload for them, they're going to push you in another direction so the workload doesn't fall in their lap. And 9 times out of 10, they just don't know, especially like code enforcement and stuff like that. But anyway, sorry for that pig trail, but that's why I wanted to say that.
No,
most people don't realize.
I don't see any questions in the chat. So we're going to take another commercial break real quick. When I come back, especially if you new,
you better have some questions.
Have questions. If not,
we leave
to lunch, and I got a bunch of other things to do. We'll be right back.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Tiffany, and I'm the founder and executive director for Upward and Onward Jacksonville, Inc. First, I want to congratulate you for joining the ILF Masterclass, as this is your initial step, your first step for creating impact. So I came under Forston Consultants, going on 2 years now, and I love it because their mentorship and their coaching is head on, side by side. They stay with you from the beginning and still now, even with me having multiple ILFs, they're still providing their coaching, their skills, and their knowledge, and just their support overall. They help with forms. They help with teaching you how to communicate with those property managers for the facilities, and also those social workers, just giving you that extra push, those extra nuggets that you absolutely need to be successful in the ILF community. So I would like to say, come on over. Come over. We would love to have you. And just like my brother and sister stated, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the place for you. You will not regret it. You will love it, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And also with the CRM, don't tell Derek, but yes, I'm still working. He cringes when I say that, but I'm still working my 9 to 5, but only because of their CRM, that comes with their mentorship, has allowed me to actually still be in a space that I love in my community, doing social work. I am a social worker, with doing these things, and also being impactful with housing. So come on over. We would love to have you. Don't think about it. Do not, because you're going to think yourself out of it. But, pray on it for sure. And we'll love to see you over with the ILF family. Talk to you later.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and make sure you put those questions in the chat. And let's just remind the people about the event on the 28th here in Orlando, Florida. Text the word LEARN to 407-326-0086 so that you can get your tickets. We look forward to seeing y'all. That is next Saturday.
Holy shit, I see Dr. Reddy in the building. What's going on, Dr. Reddy?
No. Not already.
Big shout out to the doc all the way from Bermuda.
Hey.
Who is a part of our board and also help us extend this message all the way in Bermuda. Guys, we don't do this only in like the U.S.
Correct.
Puerto Rico, Bermuda, and we got some other spots outside of the U.S. So big shout out to you again, Dr. Reddy. We appreciate you being here.
Love you. So so just so y'all know, it has been sorry, I had to take that call. Let me say that first and foremost. That is what the life of being an ILF owner and operator is. That is pertaining to the meeting that I have to go and deal with today. Just getting some updates from the providers. So just so you know, that one of my residents is in the hospital. And that's literally the hospital that was just calling me. The hospitalist, the physician over her care while she's in the hospital was just calling me, giving me an update for today, letting me know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. So I'll say this, and then we can transition from this. When you get into this space of being an ILF owner and operator, you'll see that you may become the only family to some of your residents. And with becoming the only family to your residents, you may take on a little bit more of a role of family, right? And so that's what this situation is. But can I be honest? I love it because I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my residents. I have great relationships within the healthcare space because of my previous work history and job roles. So I love being able to advocate for the people that I serve. Especially. So like even yesterday when I went, I had to share some information with the nurses and stuff like that to kind of help them help my resident. So like prime example, there were things that she wanted to know and couldn't understand. And so, so like the physicians are calling me with all of the information. They're letting me know the care plan. They're letting me know the discharge plan. They're letting me know all of this stuff. And I am the one that's dispersing that information back to the family. And that's because the resident prefers me to do so over those that, that are familial to her, that are family. So just know that you can definitely change. You just impact so many lives. And I can't wait for the walkthrough at the house because I really want y'all to.
I teach it all the time, but when we do that walkthrough, like you guys that get that VIP ticket, that's a different experience, y'all. It's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to be able to walk through what you just heard about. And the cool part about it, when most people do the walkthrough, they say, wow, Derek, so this is what y'all be talking about. And well, not most people, but a lot of people say, Derek, them people ain't crazy. Now, I hate that they use that term, but I get it when y'all say that.
Because you don't understand the behaviors, right?
When y'all think of this model, most of y'all think of group home.
Right.
People that slobbing out the mouth, banging on the wall, acting a fool. Them people are not welcome in my place, y'all. This is different.
And let's change. Right. Let's change the way you say that. It's not that they're not welcome, that this is not the suitable environment for those individuals.
They ain't welcome.
It's not a suitable environment for these individuals.
My people are completely independent, which is the core of the ILF model. And like Shay said, she's right, y'all. I have to clean up the verbiage sometimes.
You do, yeah.
So what I mean by that is that there's a place for people that should be in a group home. Mm-hmm. There's a place for people that require an ALF. Mm-hmm. I'm not bathing my people. I'm not giving medications. Correct. I'm not cooking people's bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the core of our teaching. Those last three things I just said. In fact, put a number 1 in the chat right now if you're new to us, because I don't see a question. So I'm going to go a certain direction right now. Put a number 1 in the chat if you're completely new to us or kind of freshly new to us. Because if we all family again, then it may not matter. But I know it's one person, and that's the Charles family. Anybody other than the Charles family? If not, I'll give her something one-on-one right now. Anybody else other than the Charles family that's like completely new to us, like you don't know me.
Oh, so there's actually a question that's up right now. It's I just wanted to know some of the advantages and disadvantages of the ILF model.
Yeah. So quickly, and I love to talk about the good stuff, but I got a whole PowerPoint about the bad stuff too. Right? Some coaches are only talking about the good.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, The good is advantage. You can change your community.
Correct.
You can change your finances.
You can change the lives of those you serve.
ILF changes your mindset about how this works. 2 ILFs can change your finances fast.
Right.
3 ILFs, you start saying, whoa. 4 ILFs will change your generation.
Yeah.
And most people walk off their job somewhere between 3 and 4 ILFs.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other side to that is this, the disadvantages, because I can go on and on about the good stuff. Forget that for a second. The bad stuff, you do this the wrong way, this turns into a nightmare. You don't know what you're doing and don't get good coaching, you're going to be on the Channel 8 news because you're trying to do good work. Correct. But the way it looks and how it's running, because you don't know what you're doing, the world gonna call you nasty, grimy, and taking advantage of people.
Right.
When the whole time you got into it to help people.
Right.
But when you don't know what you're doing, like your big brother Derek 9 years ago,
it was rough.
I got the biggest heart in the world. But when you don't know what you're doing, I looked like a daggone fool doing this.
Yeah.
How you think I got sued? How you think I made the Channel 8 news? Not because I was a bad guy. It's called ignorance, the lack of information.
Yeah.
When you don't know the information, you do stuff wrong.
And one thing about the law,
no excuse when it comes to ignorance and you not knowing it.
Correct.
Now that's a clip. Go ahead, Shay.
So for one, I would say the advantages are being able to be that middle ground for people that can't afford their own place, that need that like the communal style of living, because it allows them to really kind of establish themselves, like reestablish themselves in community, right? The other benefit is, again, I can do this quickly. I can make decisions to bring someone in without having to go through weeks and weeks of processes. For me, it's just an assessment, which is a phone call, a series of questions, kind of making sure this person will mesh well with the residents that are already in the home, and then saying yay or nay, right? The other thing is, again, they may have a criminal background. They may have poor credit. They may have all these things. That don't matter to me in this housing model. But what I am going to do, especially if there's someone that is a suitable candidate to go back out and, their goal is to get their own place. Well, guess what? I've got a credit repair person. I've got a person that's helping teach financial literacy. I have people that help them, find job placement. So those are the things that you're actually able to kind of direct them to. We're not doing it. I'm directing them to certain things so that they can navigate and reacclimate into the community and be on their own within a specific time frame. Then the other benefit of the ILF, the advantage of the ILF, is that some people may always be in the ILF setting because of their diagnosis, because of their limited income, because of they've now fostered community in such a way that it has just been so beneficial to them that they don't want to leave. They just don't want to. This is their comfort. This has become their home. This has become their community. This has become their family. Hence, that's why we have to go and have a meeting after this, because it's that communal that I've got to go and pretty much like explain to them what's going on without sharing all information, and not even damage control. It's just giving them the opportunity to process. Right.
Tone for what's happening because they're family.
Correct.
And
yeah.
This would be something that's sad. So we want to try.
Yeah. So we have to prepare them for it. So, again, it's the disadvantages of the ILF model. The amount of people that are doing it and doing it the wrong way is causing a negative connotation on it. It's causing it to look so negative in the eyes of people. The other thing is it's a lot of liability. I'm gonna just be honest. It's a lot, like you're open for liability. You're housing more than, you're housing complete strangers at one point in a home, and you have to be the one that knows how to assess. You have to be the one that knows how to go in and to establish boundaries. You've got rules. You've got to do all of that stuff. the other not even disadvantage, but one of the things is, again, a lot of people don't accept it. And if you put it in the wrong place or area, they'll try to run you out of that space. And that to me would be the advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are, it's especially if you're a real estate investor like Derek and I are, this is a way to, really scale in the profit margins in your real estate. This is also something that you can grow pretty quickly based on how you run it. The disadvantages, again, is if you grow too quickly and you really don't know how to run it, you can have a lot of houses with a lot of issues that bring a lot of negative attention to you. So it's a teeter-totter. It can be up one moment, down one moment. It's just, yeah. And you can
another disadvantage.
Go for
it. A lot of you all, where you live at, your city gonna tell you can't do this.
Yeah.
So in one of the PowerPoints that I give out, some of you all live in places, and most of the time is because you're using the wrong verbiage. You don't know it. You don't have our coaching. You won't even join the $5 group to get it out of there. Right? Because remember, guys, I got a group that's $5 a month. That the verbiage that you're supposed to say is in the masterclass in that group. I've never done that the whole life of me coaching until 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't know it, I got a group that's $5 a month. That's 16 cents a day. And if you text the word five, F-I-V-E, to this phone number, 407-326-0086, and it's the same number scrolling below on the screen.
Yeah.
That number scrolling right there below. Text the word 5 to it. 2 master classes that if you met me just months ago, you would have had to pay me thousands of dollars to get either one of those classes.
Mm-hmm.
Today it's $5.
Yeah.
And it's a group called the ILF Academy Elite. Everybody should be in that group. So if you want to know kind of how I tell people and teach folks, you should join us 7 days a week for free right here, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturdays, 10 a.m. like you did today. Outside of that, we all got 16 cents underneath our couch cushions. Everybody get the $5 group. And then from that, most people choose either the DIY, the group coaching, the collective, or the one-on-one coaching. And every now and again, some people that say, Derek, I want you to do all of it. Set it up completely and give me the keys.
Yeah.
That one is called the legacy. That's an interview process and an application. You just can't go buy that one. We got to talk.
Yeah.
Right. But most of y'all should follow us 7 days a week. Charles family, get that $5 group today. And then from that, allow me to prove myself because God sent you for such a time as this. I know it already. You got to figure it out for yourself. And your prayer sounds like this. God, if Derek and Shay are to be the people to guide me in this, God, make the way easy.
Yeah.
But God, if Derek is not supposed to be my new big brother and my coach, remove him from my algorithm. I hope you never find me again on YouTube if God didn't sent me to teach you this. Now, if he did, that's why he put me right in your face. So no excuses. $5 group and the free coaching 7 days a week. Subscribe here. After that, you figure out, do you get the group coaching? Do you get the one-on-one? Or do you get that DIY?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving along. Next question, Shay.
So the next question came from, give me a second because I just saw it and I just moved it. Here we go. Putting it up on the screen. It says, hey family, with opening my first ILF soon with.
Even before I answer this question, I want to give a shout out to Tessie. Tessie, great job and good job. I'm watching you. I see stuff. And watch this, Tessie. The only reason why I see you is because you do something we talk about all the time.
Moving at the speed of instruction.
That, but also being a presence on social media. You posting so much, I'm seeing it. I know now that you just got your LLC and you're celebrating that right now. I know that because I saw it.
That's so
Some
good.
of y'all are afraid to even post the steps that you're taking. Celebrate every little step.
Every
Some of y'all wait till you get a house. Celebrate every step because
everything's a milestone.
Just for example, Shay, 7 days ago, Tessie was just Tessie. Now she's a business. Sis, put in the chat the name of your business and where you located. Let's highlight that, because some of y'all won't even celebrate the small steps. So as your big brother, let me say, don't be hard on yourself. Let's celebrate that.
I'll
right
say
now.
this. A lot of people, I want to change the way we think about the small steps, because the small steps lead us to big leaps, right? So I don't want to just, don't let the small action items just seem like you're checking boxes, right? The fact that you are celebrating them, it gives you've now made it one step closer to obtaining the keys to your ILF. So I think that's how I want people to look at every step in the journey as a milestone, right? Celebrate those things. That's what we did when I first left corporate America. When Derek blessed me with
a nice dinner.
Correct. We celebrated the establishment of the Angela Denise Foundation. When we received the 501c3, we celebrated again. After my first board meeting, we celebrated. Like, these are things to celebrate, because you're moving in the direction of success. And if you don't celebrate those things, it can easily become mundane task. Right? The setup process, the getting things together can become mundane. It can become boresome. It can be laborious at sometimes. Like, it can be a labor intensive process for some people. Some people may have to work extra hours at work just to be able to afford the LLC. Some people may have to do X, Y, and Z just to be able to get the website up, done. And they may have to do an extra day at work just to pay the monthly subscription fee. So those are things that you have to celebrate, because if not, you lose the momentum. And I think you feel like nobody else cares. But ultimately, you have to care enough to celebrate because those are successes along the way.
I love it.
Right? Like, we have the anniversary for our LLCs. And we celebrate those, because guess what? That's another year that we've beat the odds of failing or shutting down or not making it. So those are things that I want you all to celebrate. Okay. Your first resident, put that somewhere. Got my first resident on such and such a day.
You want to be able to look back at that 4 years later, 2 years later. So if 10 of y'all could put in the chat, congratulations to Tessie, because again, now I'm not going to say this about her, but I usually use the phrase 7 days ago, I was a nobody. Today, I'm second chance solutions. Gosh, she put it in the chat. North Carolina, independent solution. Wait. Let me read it right, because I don't want to disrespect her name. Tessie Independent Solutions. She also did my favorite. She didn't put the word living. She didn't put the word home. She didn't put the word house. She didn't put the word real estate. She didn't use the word crypto. She didn't use the word investing. None of that stuff that gets you $0 at the bank.
Yeah.
Why you think Miss Chambers went to the bank and got $45,000?
Come on.
She didn't use a name that was a high risk industry. You learned that in my coaching. And a lot of it through this YouTube channel. Make sense, everybody? Now let's answer her original question.
So now let's answer her question. She says, so hey, family, with opening my first ILF soon within a month, at what point do you recommend At what point do you recommend applying for a DSCR loan for a purchase, along with having the 20% down?
When do I recommend it? It's kind of like when you're ready to buy. So that question could mean different to everybody that's listening, but I'm going to answer how I think you mean it. If I'm going to use the term swimming in money, and you want a property and you want to skip the route of renting or leasing,
just go buy the property.
Just go buy the property. Now, if I'm coaching you in a different way in terms of if you finna go rent one, it sounds a little different. But if you know you're going to buy it, my coaching is a little bit different. Go get it, because it's going to take you a couple months for the process for you to find it, like it, buy it, furnish it.
Yeah.
So I would say buy it while you're advertising right now, so that when you do get it, it's a steady flow. But for most people, Tessie, that's a monetary question. Some people say, well, I got to save up that 20%. You may be saying, Derek, I got that in my bank account, bro. So you would go find a property, hopefully off market. But if you a Zillow type person or realtor.com, and when you find it and you like it and you know you want it, that's when you will get with us. Because remember, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to cover 80% of it. You just need the 20.
Yeah.
Me and my team got the 80.
Mm-hmm.
You go to close and do your thing, close and put your business in it.
Yeah.
So to me, unless I'm reading it wrong and shaking her pen, that's a financial question. All like, when are you ready to buy? Some people got to save it up. Some people got to cash out a 401k. But because you're already advertising and you're moving in that direction, I'm going to say you do it whenever you're ready for the property in terms of purchasing it financially.
Right.
So I hope I answered that right.
Yeah, 100%. So I'll also say this too. So I would say, I always tell people count the cost. And count the cost, because properties in your area may go for X amount of dollars, right? Where are you located, Tessie?
North Carolina.
So she's in North Carolina. Real estate is pretty nice there, right?
Good there, yeah.
Right. So if you're thinking about, let's say a rental, a 4.2, maybe I'm gonna just say $1,800. I don't know your market. And if that person's asking for first, last, and security, if they're asking for 18 times 3, do the math on that. And if you can find a property that costs what, 75, 80 grand.
She ain't finding that in North Carolina.
No, okay.
Put
so
in
North Carolina is like what?
Raleigh. So I coach a few people in Raleigh now.
Cost looks different there. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking.
I coach people in Raleigh. So we'll call that rent. What you say, rent or buy?
Rent.
Rent.
We're gonna look at rent first. Okay, and if she does the math on the
rent, so we'll call it $2,200.
Okay, so 22 times 3.
Yeah.
Let's say you find a property that needs a little bit of work. You're not the fix and flip loan. She'll need.
Plus you say renter now, so don't make
no. I'm trying to tell her how she can gauge. Yeah, how she can gauge which direction to go.
Gotcha.
Because technically, if you're talking about 2,400 times 3, depending on what the rental market is, let's say you find a really cheap piece of property, that may be your 20% down. What you put down to get into this place. So you just got to do the math.
Almost there. So
right. So you got to do the math. What looks better to you? Right? Is it, because it's gonna be very close, depending on how the landlords try to do you in your area. If they look for first, last, and security, so they're looking for that 2,400 times 3. You might want to see what's in your market to purchase. That way you own the asset.
Yeah.
So I would say just do the math. Look at the math, see if it makes sense. That way you have a rental asset, period. Whether you do the ILF, you can rent it to somebody else. Let's say you just like, you know what, the ILF life ain't for me. That's when you call us and say, hey, Derek, I got a property that I'm willing to rent out to an ILF
I got
owner.
people in Raleigh that will rent it from you.
Okay, so that makes the difference. So
now you're the landlord, Tess.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to look at that. And that's why we tell people like the one-on-one coaching, because we'll help you look at this. We'll help you do the math. We're going to help you look into the math.
Right, because right now we're just
guessing numbers,
right?
Right?
We don't know nothing about your setup.
We don't.
So the one-on-one coaching, like Shay said, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of your numbers. So come on in eventually to either the collective or the one-on-one coaching and get yourself some good advice and some good coaching. And obviously, if you get a DSCR loan from us, you're going to have to talk to us anyway, and that has nothing to do with coaching. You still going to get the learning. So some lenders will just give you a loan. Shay and I going to talk it through. We want it to make sense. So that's why that DSCR loan doesn't make sense going through us, especially if you're going to do this. It just makes sense because we know both sides of it. Okay. So if you're new to us and you didn't know that, yes, I don't care if that property is $1 million or if it's 200,000. As long as you got your 20%, we're going to cover the other 80. And that's called asset-based lending. And we do that as well at Forston Consultants. Okay.
Correct.
Let's take 2 more questions and then I'm going to get you guys out of there. Actually, I'm going to keep y'all all day. And don't forget, join us in Orlando, Florida.
Go ahead.
March the 28th. Visit ilfconsulting.org to get your tickets. Only 3 VIP tickets left. Shay, back on you.
So we talked I'm taking a segue just to give y'all a heads up. We talked on Monday about the premiere of the whole process of getting the vehicle for our business. That is premiering today on our Married to the Mission YouTube channel at noon. So if you go over to Married to the Mission on our YouTube channel, it's called Married to the Mission.
So that's cool. Like as soon as we close.
Yeah. So as soon as we close, that premieres. So that video of Derek and I taking you through the whole process, the ups, the downs, the craziness, behind us purchasing my new vehicle, which is a work vehicle. Is super cool. You don't want to miss that. Check it out. It premieres today at noon on our Married to the Mission channel. And we're doing a lot more content there. I think we've shot some footage all week this week. So there's going to be several. They're hitting you guys quick because I wanted to hurry up and get all of the Bermuda content out because I've been sitting on it. So that's all up there. Our surprise trip where we surprised my family and I went home for Bermuda. That's there. Some of the things that we do, we've got our VAs, our virtual assistants in the Philippines, and there's a restaurant that they love. We actually have a chain of that restaurant here in Orlando. So we went and we tried it out and put that on the channel. So yeah, so you'll see how we do business and life together, because people don't realize that we separate the two, but they're still so intertwined in the fabric of who we are.
It's behind the scenes,
so it lets you see,
and being funny and food reviews. So it's a little bit of that other side of us too. And I'll admit, even though the one that's premiering at 12 is funny, it's some learning lessons in it that most people would hide from y'all.
It just shows
we just made it comical and we taught from it.
Yeah.
So if you've ever considered to buy a business vehicle and you're not quite sure how to put that in your business name or how to receive, most importantly, that tax write-off, that whole tax thing, you need to watch that. So if you missed everything Shay said, we have an additional YouTube channel and it's called Married to the Mission. We want you guys to go and check that out because today at 12 o'clock, a brand new video drops and it's about us telling the story of getting her dream truck, which is a business vehicle for us. Right, but what kind of mistake did we make, and how gracious were we to share it? So please drop y'all comments below when you get in there. And along the way, we was acting up a little bit, doing some other crazy stuff. But 12 o'clock,
I'm actually gonna watch
subscribe to Married to the Mission today when we leave here at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock,
you don't want to miss today.
Yeah,
you watch
launches.
No other video.
Yeah,
I'm recommending the one that drops today at 12 and the one of our beach setup. You want to watch those two if you never watch nothing else. And Shay,
the beach setup, y'all, we're terrible.
That was
we are a mess.
We cracked ourselves up, and that's not often where
I think we cracked ourselves up going for the car.
Laugh. These two videos, both y'all, like, I'm laughing like I was watching a movie, and I rarely watch any of our stuff because I'm doing it. I don't go back and watch none of this stuff, y'all. But these two things on Married to the Mission, they are hilarious. Please,
and then we're also on that channel, on the Married to the Mission channel. We're gonna really take you on the journey of a lot of things that a lot of people don't know that's actually happened to us during the process of being entrepreneurs, right? You're gonna see all of that. Like we leave nothing out. We put you all in our back pocket. Okay, so
and just one thing, is the Charles family still here? I want to show them something really quick and I'm gone. But if they're not here, I don't want to hold up my regular people. If anybody's new to us, put a 1 in the chat. And if the Charles family is still here, sis, if you here, let me know in the chat. I want to show something real perfect. That's all I needed. Watch this, Miss Charles. I want to just show you this real quick. And normally I take 3 hours to tell this one story. I'm gonna do this in less than 2 minutes. A lot of people often ask kind of like, where did this come from? I used to be a social worker making 28 grand a year. So I had always prayed that God would allow me to get into real estate and to help people, right? So are you all like that too? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all, or actually put a 2 in the chat if you've always wanted to help people, but why not add real estate to it? Have y'all dreamed to get into real estate? And as that social worker Charles family, I just saw a lot of bad stuff. And I saw a lady making 41 grand a month, like literally housing people in rats and roaches. And because I knew y'all weren't going to believe it, Miss Charles, I knew the day that I was going to meet you that you weren't going to believe me. And really, I can't blame you because we just met. So I just knew one day when I would show these pictures, I said, man, boy, this is some bad stuff. And that girl told me, she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this. But one day she got a little what I call loose lip. She said, Derek, let me show you. Not by phone, y'all. I'll never forget it. She took her phone and went boop, 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 boop. And she logged in, Jermaine, to a Chase Bank app. Jermaine, you done heard me tell this story 50 times. And when she showed me that screen, I nearly fainted, Miss Charles. They almost had to pick me up off the floor because I couldn't believe she was making this kind of money, living my dream. How many of y'all have ever seen somebody living your dream but doing it the wrong way? And you always saying in your mind, man, if I got into this, I wouldn't do it like that. Miss Charles, will you type in the chat, Derek, I wouldn't do it like this. Miss Rhonda wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Miss Chambers wouldn't do that. Tessie, who's got a newly business and want to be trusted, surely wouldn't do that. Tell y'all type in the chat, Derek, I wouldn't do it like this, bro. But watch this, Tessie. When that woman showed me 41 grand, I said, Lord, have mercy. Here I am struggling to feed my family, making 28 grand a year. And if I got into it, I would do it the right way. So my prayer simply was to God. I said, God, if you let me get in this, I said, I'll go all over the world telling people what this is. I said, God, I'll never take any credit. I said, God, because if I teach people this, they're going to think I'm a genius when we do it the right way. But I say, God, I'll be ever so careful not to take any credit and to tell the people that God is the reason why all this works. So watch me pause for 2 seconds and tell y'all that. Guys, without God, this is all baloney. But with God, all things are possible, and you're going to be the cheat code to affordable housing in your city. And that may not be great English, and I got a country grammar, but you all know what I mean by saying that.
Yeah.
You've been praying to be the answer to your city when it comes to affordable housing. You've been praying to leave your job and for God to give you something more. And some of y'all thought you had to be a bishop, a pastor, or hold your prayer service at your church.
Come on,
guys, I'm still in ministry. And I don't hold a microphone in a church per se, but this is my ministry. Y'all are the congregation. And when I made that promise to God many years ago, I said, God, if you let me get in this, and watch this. I always say, Derek, who you think you is telling God if you? It's like I almost gave God an ultimatum, like, God, if you do this, I do that.
Right.
Yeah, who you think you is? But Miss Charles, I'm just honest like that. I'm telling y'all my story. I said, God, if you let me get in this, I wouldn't do it like that. I said, God, and the other thing, I'll teach it to other people. I said, people will be so blown that I'm giving it for free, they won't even almost believe it. Why you think I come here 7 days a week and go, here you go?
Yep.
It's got nothing to do with you. It's a promise I made years ago. And God so said, so done. He did it for me. And watch this. My city told me, Derek, you can't do this here. You need a license. It's 3 people per room.
3 people.
And if you one of them people that the first time you hear you can't do this ain't for you because you gonna hear it.
Yeah.
My city told me, Derek, you can't do this here, bro. But guess what? They beg for it.
They call, we on the committees, we sit in different conversations.
Insurance companies call us now. Because there's a barrier between an expensive group home,
the hospital,
ALF, a hospital, or the street behind a dumpster. I'm the guy in between that. And they're called ILFs. Environment where adults are able to live and thrive. Thrive means do well without the need for staff, meaning help from you bathing them, or medical oversight, meaning you changing their bandage, you taking their blood pressure. We let the social worker be the social worker. I'm letting the doctor be the doctor, the psychiatrist be the psychiatrist, and I'm the housing provider. Just like a football team or a basketball team, everybody's got their position. My position is the housing. The psychiatrist gonna give him the medications to make his mind be right. The social worker and the case manager serve as a compass to his life. I'm the housing guy. Oh, I hope this makes sense. And when I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, Mrs. Charles, I said, the devil is a liar. I said, Derek, why not you? I wrote a whole book that I just finished, y'all. And one of the key phrases in it says, why not you?
Yeah.
Can 3 of y'all put in the chat, why not me? But do it the right way. I say, God, if you let me get into this, I'll go all over the world teaching this, and I won't take the credit. I'll tell people, God, you the reason for all of this. And you partner with woman, to guys, not because Derek said it. The Bible said the poor and needy will always be among us.
Yeah.
It also says when you do unto the least of thee, the poor, the needy, the widow, the homeless, God says, like you're doing a favor unto me. And watch this. I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, but watch how all this stuff sounds so pastoral because it's the word.
Yeah.
How cool is it that God combined his word for you to make a bunch of money to feed your family?
Come on, Derek.
Last point, because Mrs. Charles may be taking notes. Watch this, sis, because you're new to me. I say this one phrase, and if you agree with this, all of y'all, put a number 7 in the chat if you agree with this next phrase. Every business we start, Shay and I, we say it like this. Can it please God? Will it help people? Will I be respected by the community while I do it?
Right.
But can I also make enough money to feed my family?
Yeah, right.
Put a 7 in the chat if y'all agree with that. Because if you don't, I'll admit you probably on the wrong YouTube channel. I'm probably not your big brother, because if you don't love God, love people, and love real estate, I'm probably going to be boring to you.
Yeah.
In every business, no matter what it is. And if you're taking notes, write this down. And 2 of y'all help me put it in the chat. Please God, Tessie. Help people, Synergy. Be respected by the community, Mrs. Charles. But also, the main component, can I make enough money with this and feed my family and walk off my job? That's what we live by, and that's what this is. And I don't need a church to do it.
Come on, D.
Watch this, and I'm done. When I saw them roaches and them rats, and I said, why not me? Shay jacked me up because I kept coming home talking about it. Babe, Shay, babe, you should see today. Babe, we discharged 10 people today.
It was pitiful.
Shay jacked me up by my shirt. And so we said, Derek, what you gonna do about it, man? Is we just gonna talk about it, or will you put pen to paper and let's put a plan together?
Yeah.
Thank God for a great wife, because I still be talking about it today. Even though I got drive in me, or a bunch of drive, and I got that get up and go. It's something about when that wife goes, bro, in other words, Derek, what you gonna do about it though? Because you seem to have a fire for it. I decided to take action. And I love acronyms, so bear with me. A stands for act. Shay said, Derek, act on it, dummy. Do something with it. Every day towards the goal of what you think you want it to be, Derek. C says continue, persist in spite of difficulty or opposition.
Yeah.
Meaning when your city tell you you can't do this, continue to keep moving.
Yeah.
When your girlfriend or your friend, the one you grew up with in high school, say, girl, that's impossible. You need a license. Keep moving. T says train, never stop learning. I'm here 7 days a week and I got a $5 group.
Yeah.
I ain't even talked about my one-on-one coaching or the group coaching yet. Everybody should start with the $5 group. Everybody should go to forstonconsultants.com to see what we offer. Jennifer, can you put in the chat forstonconsultants.com and put it on the screen? The I, Tia, you done heard me say this over the last 4 years, and you're probably tired of hearing it, Tia, but give me 2 seconds, Tia. The I stands for imagine. Some of y'all, boy, ooh, that's where it started. It starts up here. Your imagination is the preface of the goodness that God has for you. You got to imagine it first.
Yeah.
You ever been to a movie and they show you the next 4 best movies coming out? What's coming?
Imagine.
It's the coming attraction. That's why you got to pray for the mind of Christ, that this thing don't get cluttered. Let me tell you about something personal about me and Shay. Yesterday, we anointed each other from the top of our heads to the soles of our feet.
Yeah.
With no clothing, and that's too much, but I'm just being real. Some of y'all need to do that. Thank you, Mom Forston. One more time. And the mind of Christ gets rid of the doubters, the cloudiness. Guys, we got to pray for that. God, can you give me the mind of Christ to make good decisions and let no hater of the devil try to confuse me or trick me out of the dream you've already given me?
I want to say something.
Hop in, babe.
And one of the things too is surrounding yourself with people that know how to pray and cover. Because Derek just told you what we did yesterday. And that wasn't a thought that we had. Derek and I, we anoint ourselves,
Yeah.
but not not with the instruction from our spiritual advisor, which is his mom.
Yep.
So just know that, like, we have a spiritual advisor over all of our businesses, and that's his mom, his aunts, and we've got pastors, we've got friends that we know that support us from that perspective.
And mama say, not just like dab it like we always do. And that's good.
She said, y'all,
today I want y'all to all. And she referenced the scripture. I forget, and I'm on. Somebody will hit me because I'm on
from Aaron. How the oil flowed from Aaron's head. Beard. It went from his head, and she said, "Don't." She said,
follow your spiritual guidance. Some of y'all got spiritual people that are over y'all, your mom, your pastor, your bishop, your family member, your uncle. Listen to that stuff. Shay not just didn't hear and say, well, you know what?
Synergy Transport said, wash yourself in it. Pretty much.
That's what we did. From the top of our head to the soles of our feet.
The shower's still slippery.
That no weapon, come on, Shay.
Literally.
That no weapon formed against us, and now that I'm your big brother, against you shall prosper.
Yeah.
Because all us try to do good work. All us want to do God's will, and all us want to make a bunch of money while we're doing it. That's why this is so powerful, y'all. It involves ministry, but you making enough money to change your city.
And I'll even say this before you go on, and then we can wrap up because we have to go. The other thing with that is, be sensitive enough to know that series of events can happen, and not negative. They can be positive or negative, but pay attention to the events that happen. Constantly, what's the word? Consecutively, right? Yesterday morning, we woke up to a message that kind of blew both of our minds. And we were like, whoa. And in a great way, like, it was just like, whoa, to where we had to do research to figure out how to prepare ourselves for what door was open for us.
Yeah.
Right. So it was an actual message, a text message and an email. And it says, you've been invited. That's all I'm going to say. And the invitation was so large that we had to educate ourselves on how to dress, how to act, what's the protocol, what needs to happen, even leading up to this thing. So that happened first. Something else happened after that. We wrote it down. But then we got the call from his mom. So that was 3 things back to back that took place. And everything made sense. The 2 things that happened before his mama called, it was like, aha. Okay. Got it. We in the same vein.
Because it also has been spoken over us many years ago, which means a lot of you guys have been spoken over.
I'll get that scripture for you, Antonia. Go ahead.
And it will surely come to pass. We were told that we would be invited to places one day that we couldn't get ourselves into.
Yeah.
Let me say that again slowly.
Literally.
Because I want to speak this over y'all now.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Somebody spoke this over us years ago. Derek, you and Shay will be invited to places to where you and your personality, your skill set, your education will not get you into that room. But the favor of God and the people that I'll connect you with, Derek, will put you in places that you couldn't have done on your own.
And that's
about to make me cry. Ooh. That's powerful. I speak that over y'all today.
Yeah.
Because the way that y'all will move, and because y'all are getting in something that's so powerful, which is housing that solves problems in your city. Ooh.
Yeah.
You guys will be invited to places to where you couldn't have got there on your own without this thing that you started.
Mm-hmm.
Derek is pretty cool. Shay is pretty cool. But Second Chance and the Angela Denise Foundation, this thing that we built is the reason why we're being invited to this place. It's got nothing to do with Derek. And it was spoke way before I even got into this.
Yeah.
In fact, the day it was spoke, I said, man, I wonder how that's going to happen. What would I ever get into to be invited in such a room? And bam, God went, Derek, it's your turn. So I speak that over all of y'all. Ooh, that made me emotional.
Because wow. If only they like, and we can't, we're not going to share. We may in the future, but not right now. Yeah. Because we've emotionally, spiritually, mentally, we need to prepare.
And
And
it's good stuff, y'all.
right,
It's
it's nothing
bad crying, but it's just
it's doors
when
that are
things come to
opening.
pass, when God does stuff, man, and you know the credit can only go to Him. Like, in fact, still this prayer. God, can you do something so big in
My
my
life.
life
Mm-hmm.
that the credit only
It can only
it
point
only
to you.
makes sense to go to you, because my family won't understand it, my friends won't get it, and the world will be like, wow, how did she do that? How did he get invited there? How were they chosen for that? That's the prayer I want you to steal today. God, can you put such a blessing on my life that when the world sees it happen to me, they say, boy, that must be God.
Ooh, Jesus.
Lord
Antonia
have
said her
mercy.
husband, he said,
Woo.
Antonia said, Lee says he understands your passion.
Lord have mercy.
He had to raise up when he heard that.
That's powerful, man.
So that scripture that you guys that we talk about, that the oil
That's
flowing
the
from
good note to
Aaron's
end that
beard.
on. Let's get out here before I come a bucket of water on all these people.
So that scripture is Psalms 133.
Is my mom here today? Mama, you in the chat today?
I don't think she
sometimes she in there, she don't say a word. She just kind of say, Mama, you here today?
Remember, there's a delay. So
I'll give that a minute to breathe. If my mom's here, I want to just have her type something in the chat. If not, I'll move on from that. I think that's a good place to put a pin. Now, as I'm closing right here, unless my mom jumps in this chat, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Tia, you a trip. Tia say, preach, oldest son.
that part.
Sometimes I can't read the chat because Tia had me all over the place over here. But anyway, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake, and every good thing that's ever been spoken over me, man. I wish the best for y'all, and I pray the same thing over you all, because God don't have no respect of person. He'll give it to you all better than he gave to us. He just good like that. So I thank God for the way that I'll say this on the national stage, and this is live on everywhere. I thank God for what he's done for my life, for our business, and our impact in this world. Right? We coach and teach a lot of people. Some people that never buy anything from us, and that's okay. I coach a lot of people that have never introduced themselves to me, but they gotten started, and they'll send emails weeks, months, years. They say, Derek, you don't know me, but I sat under your coaching for years on YouTube, and I got 3 houses now. Blah, blah, blah. I quit we get this all the time. So congratulations to all the people that move at the speed of instruction, that listen to God's plan for your life and your family, and allow us to be a part of that. I don't take that lightly, that I become your coach or your big brother.
Correct.
And whether that's you pay me a dime or not, if you can get it from my YouTube channel, congratulations, right? But certain amount of y'all, you need that one-on-one coaching, because you can't get it like that. Some of you are there in the collective need to upgrade, right? And some of y'all that in the one-on-one coaching need to call me more. Other than that, I love y'all. I'm out of here. Don't forget about March the 28th. Visit iloveconsulting.org. As y'all can see, we love this. Our passion is crazy about this, and the love to help other people, I think also is on the same scale of us even loving this business. My biggest joy is to see you get into it, and it changed your life in your city. Just like Larry Jackson. Talked to him 5 days ago with no house, no people. Yesterday, 2 houses, 5 people, and everybody paid rent. And them 5 people pay both mortgages, rental fees, and profit is still left over with only 5 people. Lord have mercy. Bless the people, Shane. I'm out of here.
Hold on. I again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how else to end this. Other than saying God is faithful. I don't know what it is that you're seeking God for in your personal life, in your family. Don't give up. Even though it may look like you're in a wilderness season, don't give in. The wilderness is only to prepare you for the mountaintop. The valley is only going to prepare you for the mountaintop. And honestly, in those seasons, don't look at it for, whoa, it's me. Look at it as, God, you chose me. There's something that we're walking through, that we've been walking through for many, 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 many years. And it took a while for the mindset to shift from why us to that's why us. Just know that God is good, And whatever you are looking for, he is going to provide it in due season according to his perfect purpose, plan, and will for your life. I'm just going to read what we told them, and it is Psalms 133. Behold, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity. It is like the precious oil on the head, running down on the beard, and on the beard, running down on the beard of Aaron, running down on the collar of his robes. It is like the dew of Hermon, which falls on the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord has commanded the blessing, life forevermore. So just know that the oil falls. And as it falls, we pray that it continues to flow, not just through you, your household, but let it flow for generations. So this is something, whatever it is that you're waiting for, believing in, whether it's a business, and we know that you're here for a reason, let this be that thing that is that oil that flows from your bloodline, from this generation onto the generations to come. So that's why I'm gonna leave it
And
at.
then the last part that I'll add to that, just like we were told, and I think it's going to change our life. If you're a married couple and you believe in what you're hearing, you need to do this today.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss. I'd be wrong if I didn't tell y'all this, because I think I believe the word think is not good in what I'm getting rid. I believe it changed something in our life yesterday because of that act.
It was impartation.
And that's how you need to go into it, believing that. So all of us got different needs and wants in life and what you want God to do for your life and your family. If you're a married couple, I'm asking you today to anoint each other from the top of y'all head to the soles of y'all feet. How messy you get it is up to you. I won't go there. But everybody do that today. And if you're an individual, especially if you're trying to get into business and change your community,
just in general,
right? Anoint yourself today. Rededicate yourself and your program to God. Oftentimes I'll say a prayer that sounds like this: God, this ain't my program, this is yours. You just allow me to run it. God, thank you for coming to covenant with me to run your program. Make sense? Give God his credit. Because remember what my promise was: God, if you let me get into it. So from day one, this has been God's program right here on my chest. Second chance, that belongs to God. I just run it. Because he ain't gonna come to earth and run it. He partners with you and I. He need the physical bodies on the ground. He up there chilling, remember? Until he decide to, and then it's all over. But right now, he gonna partner with you. Put a number 8 in the chat and I'm gone. If you want to partner with God to get into real estate and save your community, put an 8 in the chat. Now unto him
that is able to do.
That is able to do exceedingly abundantly
above all we could ever ask, think, or imagine,
according to the power
that worketh in us
and your family, in Jesus' name.
In
and as
Jesus'
I see the
name.
8s are pouring in, you guys be blessed. I'm gonna take Shay to lunch today, and I'm sure she's gonna drag me somewhere else. But everybody else, we'll see you guys March the 28th in Orlando, Florida. Visit ilfconsulting.org to get your tickets. Lots of the regular tickets left, but only 3 of the VIP left. Make sure you get those if you want to see it. Other than that, if you're a nurse, LPN, or CNA, or in healthcare only, because if you're a lawyer, I don't want you to come. If you work at Walmart, you can't come to this one. But April the 7th, because my whole life I taught it to everybody. But this one class, April 7th, is only for nurses, LPN, CNAs, or people that are in the healthcare industry. If you fall in healthcare, April the 7th, I want to teach you a class by yourself. And you text the word class, CLASS, and it's scrolling right now on the bottom of that screen. Text class to 407-326-0086. Only if you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, or in the healthcare industry. We'll see you April 7th, and it's online. No travel required, and it's free. God bless y'all. Shay and I are gone.
God bless.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. 0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derek. I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point. David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have
like a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility. Like, what kind of mistakes that you made?
David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events.
Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean?
David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derek could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy.
Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that.
So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF?
Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.